Alright, so this is the next follow-up video where I'm going to show how to merge the right thigh to the lower torso pelvis area to slot it in. Right. So it does look daunting, you know, to try to tackle it. But I'm going to take it just slow and steady, and I'm going to explain what I'm doing, and hopefully not too fast. One of the first things is that on the model where it's combined, merged, at the crotch area, I reduced this area here down to 1, 2, 3, 4. Four train tracks, or you could say topology lines, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Whereas here, I have much more than that, right? So if I'm using this here as a point of reference, right, the middle, right down the middle of the crotch, so that would be, from looking here, so universally for any character, right, you're gonna have the main mid part. Let me turn off symmetry. Right. Oh, come on, man, just give me a break. Stupid slide. So the slide will do that. It'll do that. It'll wig out on you. You know, the edge slide. So you turn it off. So annoying. So this is the mid area, right? Right where it splits. Basically, when I say mid area, I mean by the mid area when you cut down the middle, right? And that's right here. Right, to cut down the middle, which is right around here. And you see this gray line, the drawing, right? If I turn on my grid, right, see my grid vertical line, and the midline is right there where I selected it for the crotch. So that, I'm just gonna kind of put it more in the middle-ish, right? So using this as a point of reference, right? Using that as a point of reference. I'm gonna grab this, and I'm gonna shift right click, delete edge. I repeat, shift right click, delete edge. See, now it's gone. I do not do the backspace. Again, I do not press backspace, right? I don't press backspace because it leaves behind vertices, right? So just reminder. So now I have one strip, 2 strip, 3 strip, 4 strip-ish. And let me bring this in. Right, it's okay if it does things like this. It's just, you know, gotta manually set it up a bit, something like that. And this one, 1, 2, 3, 4. Sometimes if your move controller, right, your move handle gets in the way, like right now, I want to select that. I can press Q to hide the tool, and then shift select. Press W to bring it back. Q is to hide the handles. And you notice where sometimes you see the extrude, right? That can happen accidentally. I mentioned it before, when you hold shift and you're hovering over one of these selected, or when you're hovering over sometimes and you hold shift, you see the extrude words pop up where it can extrude out whatever component it is. If you want to turn that off, right, because it can get, it's called a smart extrude, but when you're first learning, it's really annoying, right, and it will mess you up at times, especially when you're first learning. What you want to do is go onto the tool settings, the hammer right there, the tool, that hammer, and then go to shift drag settings and deselect that. Just FYI. Have a nice arch. Got this. And that, there you go. One, 1, 2, 1, 2. And this here, I think I deleted this or merged it. I'm gonna just grab this and this, shift right click, merge vertices, merge to center. Grab this and this, shift right click, merge vertices to center. Grab this and this, press G as in George, repeats the last command. And then I'm gonna grab this and this, right? Pull it down, pull it in slightly. There you go. So that's from the behind. So it's okay to modify and change and tweak things, is what I'm trying to get across. Right? Nothing is ever set in stone unless it's certain specific things. But for something like this, it's okay. Now, when I compare the two, the crotch area, the bottom portion, is a little bit higher. Which again, it matches with the original. Well, it's only slightly higher. So I'm gonna do that too. Pull it up, before, after, maybe a little bit more. Then I'm gonna grab the next door neighbors, pull it up. So have some spacing that's balanced, see? And then the crotch area is also tightens up. So tightens up like this, like that. The reason why is because it just needs to taper in more. So you want to give it around this much clearance. Anything more will be bow-legged, like someone who walks wide open like a cowboy, or maybe like because they sit on the saddle too much. I don't know. So something like that. And you want two tracks distance. The reason why is for something called rigging later on, if ever you want to bring your character to life. Yeah. So probably 2 train tracks is the amount of clearance you probably need to flex and stretch the leg, so that the leg can do this. This gives it the clearance. Alright, next. It's 9 minutes already. So I set that up. Let's take a look. Alright, not too bad. Okay, so from here, it's gonna be it's gonna be a little bit rough. So from here, what I did was I grabbed all of this, right? And then I'm gonna screw it down to here. Right. So I'm taking a good look. Grab this, I'm gonna hide it for now. So I'm gonna compare. Here's this mid-ground, right, midline. Here's this midline. And this one's a little bit more forward. So I'm gonna prep it a little bit better, bring it back. And I want this probably a little bit thicker. And I gotta go back in and mess with it a little bit more to coordinate it. Meaning that I'm gonna use a constraint scale. Or you know what? I'll just pull from the center instead of grabbing the card. So I grab all these bottom and pull on the center. It gets stocky. But from the side view, it needs a little bit more thicker. So I'm gonna just take a chance. I'm gonna pull on this one to make it thicker. But I noticed that, yeah, I'm gonna do that. Then I'm gonna grab this area, right? Make this thicker. So this will, make it kind of elongated bit, but still looks, still looks nice, right? Because I'm just kind of imagining the width of it, how it's gonna slot in, right? So I'll grab it some more. I'm gonna take some liberty to just stretch the hell out of it like this much, but not so much. Like this is crazy. This looks freaking ugly, right? This just breaks that shape. So, maybe like this much, and then maybe like this much, right? So again, I pulled this one, and then I'm thinking, you know what? Let me pull on this one too. So I pulled on that, and then later I turned the camera, I pulled on that. Right, so I get that. Looking from the side view, yeah, I start to match up, right? So I'm on the right path. It's matching up here, right? The silhouette, and it's matching up here. So it's not bad at all. I'll take a chance and I'll pull on this too, right? So that way I'm matching more. See the trajectory? Well, this trajectory like that, this trajectory like that. This, you know what? I'll pull on it this way a bit too. There, so it's just prepping it, being patient and prepping it. All right, next, I want to center pivot because I moved the components around, so I resized it. So I want to center pivot it. Kind of went up, so I'm gonna press D as in David, pull V as in Victor, drop it back down, press W. Alright, so I'm looking here and here. This is a bit like this, so I'm gonna see, let's experiment. What happens if I were to yank on these and pull it? Alright, let's see what it looks like. Alright, let me see if it compromises the shape. So far it looks okay. Right. Then I'm gonna look here and I'm gonna pull this in. Right. Right. Does it compromise the shape? If I set this to template, right? So I'm looking top down, the overall size and shape and girth of the thigh. Am I okay with this? Yeah. The shape is okay. What I'm trying to avoid is anything that's really elongated and just wonky looking. So before, after. Oh yeah. Okay, so slightly spacing is kind of skewed a little bit, but it's okay. And I'm looking at my midline. It's right down the middle still. Alright, so that's good for this one. And these proportional faces are still facing and proportionally good. Because these are the train tracks I want to run down. And back here, these are the three main faces to go down. Alright. And over here, this and this, it's the main side wall for the inner thigh. Alright. And this, the main side wall for the outer thigh. So everything looks steady. Alright, so do an incremental save. And then here, I'm gonna grab these, kind of like pull it down a bit. I'm gonna bridge that, something like that, and pull it in a bit. Grab that, pull that in a bit. Double click that. Okay, so from here, what I did was shift right click, extrude edge. Press 1, because right now this is at level 3, so I'm going to press 1. And here's the gizmo for it. This one here, let me see if I use my gizmo. Hold control. Nope, I don't want that. Hold control, local, I don't want that. Offset. Okay, so it looks like it's the offset this time where it's gonna push up. Do I want thickness to go in, or do I want thickness to flare out of it? Right. Okay. So I think I like this. Maybe the thickness, something like point that, offset. Onto here. Yeah. So basically, I pulled it back down a bit. I pumped up the thickness at the negative, right, to give it this little bit opening. Okay. Next, I'm gonna go in here. I'm gonna match these. Right, so this and this is gonna match right down. So I'm gonna pull on it. This and this, I'm gonna pull on that. So I'm matching the crotch area, so that the crotch area, its lines, its topology lines line up with the thigh, not the other way around. Not to have the thigh, not to change the sizing of the thigh. I'm not doing that. See how much it changes it, because I like the roundness of the thigh, and that's the reason why I'm making the crotch area wider rather than the thigh. So those are just stopping to explain it. Then I'm looking here, this area here at level 1, right? It looks nearly on par, right? Here and here, right? That I can connect. That looks good. And then this area here, this is gonna connect to here. Okay, so that to that, that to that, and then this area to here. I'm gonna probably have to merge one of these. Yeah. I'm gonna grab this and this. Merge the center. This and this. Merge the center. This and this. Press G. So what I'm showing is that, you know, even though I'm radically changing this area to suit the amount needed or lesser amount needed to stitch the thigh, I'm showing that things are flexible. It's this and this, and then this to this. If I check my original, right? See, I did some remodeling as well. Right, only 3. 1, 2, 3. And here, let's look at this. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, exactly. 3. Alright, so then on this side, I'm gonna grab this and this. Maybe I'll push this in some more. Grab this and this. I'll push this in some more. Just a little bit. And then this and this, I want to roughly align with this. Right here. This guy right there. So I'm gonna pull it. See? So it matches up like that. Yeah. So eventually it's gonna link up. And then this and this, I think I merged this too. But this is gonna go like that. And then this and this is gonna merge. So if I look here at my original, right, took a lot of liberty. 1, 2, right, there's 3, and then it'll split up here. 1, 2, 3 strips, and see how it goes up, connects, it goes up, and does this, splits off, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then this has 4. So 1, 2. These have to be merged. This and this. So it's good to show this that, like I said, things are, you know, don't have to be exactly set in stone for things like this. So this to this, this to this. Something like that. Alright, so there's some prep work to the history. That's about 24 minutes. And then this area is bothering me. I'm gonna grab all of that. I'm gonna push it down a bit. Push it over here for a bit. Push it down for a bit. Squeeze it in a bit. Pull it a bit. I don't like this, doing this. I want to keep that nice line. Alright. And then from there I'm ready to start pushing out So that's 25 minutes. So as you can see, I take it slow and steady. I don't care if people may think it may be too slow for them and whatnot, because if you rush it, you know, just asking for problems. Alright, now I'm ready. I feel right about this. So I'm gonna merge it and then start bridging, extruding. Yeah. Now back here. Right, so as you can see, this to this, and then this to this. Right? So maybe here and here, right? This to this, and this to this. Yeah, good. Right, from the here to here, I'm just imagining the bridging right there. See, proportions basically. Yeah, there we go. See, big and fat, running parallel. Yeah, good. And then this here behind. This right here. Yeah, this part got a little bit skewy because this and this, they need to link up. This and this, they need to link up. So, and I see this here, I see it stretching, so I'm gonna just pull it like this. And this part right here, I'm gonna pull it like that. All I did was flip it this way. Yeah, grab that, because this and this will sort of link up. Slightly pull it this way. I'll grab these, slightly pull it this way. Right. Because the overall shape of it is still intact. Even though I kind of slightly make it not as proportional like the original cylinder. I'm widening that out. Before, after. I want this nice wideness of the squares over here too. So before, after. Okay. This one over here. Alright. Now I just gotta bridge it and just model the hell out of it. Alright, so that's the end of that. Next video is gonna really attach it. The prepping is actually really important. Can help prevent a lot of headache. Okay, bye.